Hey there, I'm David Cole. Across the screen from me is Christian Cole, and we are Gen X Unhinged. Hey, Christian, what do you think about we should get behind this Ashley Webb for Senate seat in Maine? I think that should be our starting story. She's amazing.
And that you don't know anything about politics. Just watch that video that I'll post it. Well, David, you might have to post it, but we'll post it and just watch it. And then when you walk away from that, you're going to feel like the president. You will feel smart enough to literally, you be like a rocket scientist. Like it just the stupidity is just unbelievable. I mean, I've often joked about running for office or doing something like that many times. And I've always thought to myself, I don't think I could do that because I just don't think that I'm qualified. After watching that video, I am qualified to be the president. Okay. You are too, Dave. Yay. Number one, number two, vice president, the Coles take over the White House. If that's what we're running against, absolutely. Absolutely. Hands down. Hands down.
So if you don't know what we're talking about, this is in Maine. So we've got this planter is pulled out of the election, and the Democrats have 4 different people that are evidently running to try to represent the Democratic Party in the primaries. And 3 of them are, we got 2 men and a woman, and they look like your average everyday person. And then you have Ashley Webb, and Shim doesn't look like your average everyday person, nor sound like your average everyday person. Now, I'm not saying Shim can't do what she's doing. I'm just saying that, well, Shim would not have my vote. Let's just put it that way. I don't know how else to say it nicely. I mean, she's just, it's a very different way.
It depends on what it's not about what you vote in Maine, Dave. It's about what they make you vote. Okay. So you know what I mean? You can say I wouldn't vote for her, but in Maine, it doesn't matter who you vote for. They're going to give you what they want to give you, bud. That's just the way it is. That's how Maine rolls, man. That's how Maine, just like the mayor in LA and in California. That's just how we do it.
Yeah. Well, I hope not, because they've in Maine they actually have a Republican that's been in office for 5 terms. That's not great. She's older, but she seems to be coherent at least, and she's now favored to win in Maine for a 6th term as the Senate the senator in Maine. So Susan
6 years of a crappy job is better than.
6 terms. I mean, we're talking 24 years. This lady's been doing this.
Hey, at least she's got some. Hey, she's at least qualified. Let's put it that way.
She's qualified
just
at this point.
Experience. Yeah, I mean, and this guy's like, hey, this Shim dude, he was ridiculous. He's like, people should vote for me because I'm just honest, transparent.
Transparent.
An extremely pissed off citizen. And if I ever got to be the senator, I would just be a really pissed off senator. I'm thinking to myself, yes, run. And I might move to Maine and try to elect it. There you go. Just to see it. I mean, to be honest with you, just see it, but he did have, it did have a couple good points. It was like, I'll vote for my people within my constituency. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, at least you're honest about that. I mean, I'll give it one redeeming quality. Incredibly honest. No bullshit. No,
that's right.
No bullshit. No reaching for wallets and kissing babies. You know what I mean? Yeah. He's like, hey, it is what it is. So, we'll see. Hey, I'm voting for it. I hope. I would love to see it. I would love to see it. I would just love to see it in a debate with a real politician. That would be awesome.
All right. That's the ridiculous. So now let's go to President Trump's speech, because that was something. He dropped the hammer this week.
He really did. I was really impressed by it. I had to watch it on Truth Social. So other than that, I mean, it's and you know what's funny is all these other news outlets that didn't cover it, they're not even they don't even put it in a segment. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not even talking. It's like it never happened, and that's scary. I'm sorry, that's scary. In my opinion, and I know Dave, you disagree with this opinion, but in my opinion, hey, emergency broadcast system. You're talking about a foreign entity taking over our government and taking over our votes from we the people and changing the election landscape within our country. That's foreign interference. I mean, that's treason. I'm sorry. That's how I see it. You have another country coming between we the people. That's treasonous. Emergency broadcast system, when he's talking about something this important, should have been fired off. And the only reason why I say that is not because it was that important that it was needed to be done. It's the fact that we have entities within the corporations within the United States that control our airways. And those airways are owned by you. They're owned by all of our listeners. They're owned by everybody in the United States. That's our public. We own that shit. Okay. So we, the people, should be able to see what our leaders are saying. Right. And I'm sorry, that's just wrong to me, and it's treasonous, and it is exactly what Joseph Goebbels did in Germany to take over Germany and to kill the Jews like they did. That they used Goebbels, they used the media, they used the radio, they had limited television, but the rich people had television. But that's what Joseph Goebbels' entire job was to do, was to take over the airwaves, and look what happened when he did that.
And you said I disagree with you. I think you actually have brought me over to your side of the thinking. Not that I completely disagreed with you, but if our president is going to speak, we need to be able to hear what he has to say. What he or she, whoever our president is,
whoever it is,
if they choose to say something, we need to have the opportunity to be able to hear what they have to say. And if we don't like it, we turn it off. That's our prerogative, but it has to be available. Where ABC, CNN, NBC, they just said, we're not even going to make it available. That is wrong. I agree with you. That's wrong.
And
that
to
shouldn't
top
happen.
it off even worse is if they were a streaming service, or they were using their own antennas, or they were using their own infrastructure, that's fine. They weren't. They use our infrastructure. They use what we do. And that's, I've often said this, like with First Amendment, when it comes to Facebook, they're a public, they're a private, and First Amendment doesn't apply. Well, if I'm the government, if I'm the FCC, I'm going to call Facebook up and go, look, you use our people. You are funded by our taxpayers out of their personal money, but you're funded by that. You are funded by companies within the United States. So you need to push that First Amendment, or don't do business in California, or don't do business in the United States. Point blank and period. We have the control, and that's the problem. We've given up control. F that. We need the control as American people. You see what I'm saying? If the government needs to step in and say, look, if you're going to do business with our people, which is great, we want your business, but you will extend First Amendment rights. You will extend these rights to our people, or you can't do business here. Not that we're censoring. The basic federal government saying, we don't want to censor, and you are censoring. Therefore, you have become a threat to the United States Constitution. You have become a threat to the United States people. Therefore, unless you extend the First Amendment principles within your company that does business in the United States, go F yourself. Shut them down. I am not about censorship at all, but I'm saying if they're not going to extend the values and the rights we have been given as United States citizens, they shouldn't be allowed to do business here.
All right. And that part I do agree with. And so So that's kind of the background of all this. But what do you think about all he said? Do you think it changes anything? You know, that we've always thought that there's been, you know, cheating in the elections. That wasn't a surprise. Maybe the surprise was the involvement of foreign nations. Did that surprise you? I'm not even sure.
Yes and no. I mean, it did a little bit. It did a little bit. But I always knew, but to extent, I was like shocked. You know, I mean, what kind of threw me into this thing, Dave, is that remember we did the show after the USAID quit, and then we made comments about how the riot stopped after that. Right. You know, that kind of tipped me off that there could be more to the story when it comes to China. When it could be, you know, you got Biden's son running back and forth to China, selling it. You know what I mean? Like there was a lot going on, you know, and right. So yeah, it did. From a financial perspective, yes, I saw it. From a national security standpoint, I didn't see it. And so it wasn't, you know, I don't think the Democrats did it to give foreign interest into our elections. The Democrats did it to win because they want control. China doesn't want to take us over. Let's just be clear about that. There'll be no reason to. Just the major implosion of what would happen if China came here and took us over. It would destroy both countries, right? Because we send so much money to China. What are they going to come rewrite the tax code? I mean, I'm just being, you know, you come to do war with us. What happens? Our whole infrastructure falls down. All of our taxpayers stop working. We stop buying shit. You know what I mean? I mean, it destroys everybody. So that's why
I think the same can be said for Russia, for these major countries. Nobody is looking to take it's Iran is the only country that's trying to take over the world, and they're never going to be able to, especially now. But
they're trying to blow up the world. They want everyone to go see Allah. That's what they did. They want, that's their main objective.
Yeah. But the rest of these countries, they have enough just taking care of themselves anymore. That's, you know, so at least for right now, I don't think there's any issue around a world war. I just don't think that's going to happen because it can't, like you said. So,
and nobody wants it.
But they can. But having influence in a nation is something that they potentially could want, and that's where China doing this. Whatever faction of China did this, that's the scary part. Is that they are trying to have influence and to drive the direction of the United States.
Absolutely. Well, in 2016, and in a lot of Trump's prior interviews, he said that these other countries need to step up and start spending more money. So every time Trump got elected, it cost China trillions of dollars in trade deficit.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what, people forget about that. This isn't about taking us over. This isn't about buying farmland. This isn't about any of that. This is about the financial implications that Donald Trump does what he does to get the American people back to where we deserve. Okay. We shouldn't have to spend X amount of dollars to bring Chinese products in and then spend X amount of dollars to export them out. Right. Because that's what trade deficit is for every X amount. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. And this was a financial thing. And I don't know. It's horrible in general. And when it comes right down to it, I think it was treasonous what they did. I think they should not be allowed to use our airwaves, especially don't profit it. I mean, these are airwaves that are owned by all of us. We're surrounded by them all the time. This is air. That's what it is. You look outside, frequencies within the air that you own that go over your house. Therefore, that is yours. You should have some control over what goes into your system. Okay? And you said it perfectly earlier. That's what a power button's for. That's what a channel changer's for. Right?
That's right.
But the government shouldn't be able to stop that. You see what I'm saying? Right. On either side. Just like PBS.
Exactly.
Or NPR. They're publicly funded. Why is it all left? And why are we still funding them if it is all left?
Yep.
That's not very public to me.
So it does appear, though, that there are some Democrats that are starting to turn the way of the Republican. You've got the blue hat Democrats now, the blue hat Make American Blue MAGA hats. Have you seen that?
Hey, it's all marketing. It's like when Burger King tried to come out with the Egg McMuffin. You remember that? Yeah,
I do.
Okay. Yeah. Dude, it's not that hard to make the sandwich. The fact is they've been doing it for years, just like a hybrid. You buy a hybrid, you buy a Toyota, right? Because they've been doing it the longest, right? You buy Egg McMuffin, you get it from McDonald's. It's still all the same shit, but McDonald's does it better because they've been doing it right. It sounds stupid, but it's the truth.
Well, so what I'm referring to is and I know you know what I'm referring to, but on the Stephen A. Smith show yesterday, especially, Jake Tapper, who's just this CNN Democrat, wave the banner Democrat, he's starting to admit, hey, maybe we had it wrong. Now, I think you're right. It's a marketing thing. I mean, he's floundering. His books aren't selling. He's not making much money anymore. And so he's trying to make
nobody
a name
watches
for himself.
him. Sure as shit don't want to read him.
Exactly. And so, there's other Democrats that are starting to kind of, they're trying to distance themselves from the Democrat Party, which you can't blame them for that. I mean, you just can't blame them for that.
No, but the problem is that the only way that you can truly distance yourself from them is to come out and say, look, I am a Kennedy Democrat. Okay. That's their only thing. If they would just do that, and see, that's the thing that they're not getting. They are all surrounded in their bubble with Zers and millennials, or the first generation, or the third generation millennials, the late millennials, right? Not the ones that are late towards us, but the ones that are younger, the younger millennials. They're surrounded by that. All right. And they've been grown up with nothing but, we are racist, Obama was the king, yada, 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 all of that stuff. Right. So the only way that they're going to do it is they need to appeal to the Gen Xers, who is the largest voting population in the history of the United States, and just say, look, I'm a Democrat. I'm a Kennedy Democrat. Okay. I believe in what the Democrats believed in under Kennedy. If you want to know what I stand for, go look at what Kennedy stood for. Go look at what got Kennedy killed for what he stood for.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Same reason why they try to take out Trump. The exact same type of reason. Same stuff. And when they couldn't blackmail him anymore, like they did with Marilyn Monroe, and they had no control of him because he had his own money, what'd they do? They ended him.
Got rid of him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just weird like that. Every candidate that has their own money that goes against the system, they always end up done.
Well, so Trump has been attempted to be assassinated, 3 times now? Something like that?
3 times, yeah.
3 or 4 times?
3, maybe even 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
Yeah.
So,
you get the impression that they've sniffed out some of them before they've even gone very far. So it's probably even more than 4. So.
Right. And we wouldn't know because ABC and NBC and CBS doesn't talk about them.
No, they would talk about that. They like to talk about Trump being assassinated.
Well, no, they do.
They seem to be all over that.
They do. Right. But the foiled attempts, they don't talk about it. Well, that's what they do.
That's true.
They find out about it. They jump on the gun and say it's a right-wing extremist, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the truth comes out, and then, just like this ICE shooting. Guy had a gun. Try to run over a cop. He gets shot. Oh, the family. Oh, he was a hard-loving, working, loving parent. Well, maybe he shouldn't have been driving around with a gun illegally and try to run over a cop. Point blank.
And try to run over a cop. Yep.
Right.
I mean,
you
said it a lot.
How many times do these people have to they try to get ahead of this stuff every time. And I watched the video. I was actually a Democrat of a guy that was out there at the shooting right after it happened. And he's like, what? And he was saying this. He's like, I don't understand what all you, don't you think that maybe we should take 5 minutes and see what the real issue is before we're out here protesting and rioting and doing all this crap until we know the whole full story. I mean, time and time and time and time and time again, they're always wrong, right? You know, they make it sound like these ICE guys just walking up to cars, executing people, American citizens. That's not what's happening at all. Not even remotely close.
Not even close.
I mean, the 3 people that have been killed so far are, you had Pretty, whatever his name is. He brought a gun to a protest. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
If you bring a gun anywhere, anytime you brandish a weapon or have a weapon, you automatically escalate the situation to a death situation, whether it's on their side or on your side. Once that comes out, hey, hands out. Pretty good. You're good. You try to run that guy down. I'm sorry. From every angle, that's exactly what you did. Now, training wise, was it not smart for that officer to be in front of her car? Probably. I'm not an ICE agent. Would I put myself there? Probably not. Doesn't mean he's in the wrong, and it doesn't mean she should have driven after him, okay? That's something that can be fixed, right? This other one that just happened, hey, I don't know what happened. I don't care what happened. He had a gun. They had guns. They went home. He did not. Point blank, I don't know about the car. Don't care about the car, to be honest with you. And the fact that he had a gun and he was able to get into a car and charge an ICE officer, I don't know how that happened. Maybe he should have been done before he got in the car. Just saying.
But you've said it many times. They want to go home to their family, the ICE agents, the police officers, and they're going to win. I mean,
they're going to win.
They're going to win. It's just because so it's just stupidity. It's just more stupidity. And then the protesting and all that against it is just more stupidity. It just never stops. I just don't.
What do these people do for work? I mean,
I don't know.
It happened at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 o'clock in the morning on like a Tuesday, and there's like 700 people out there. I mean, is there really this many people not working? I mean, the jobs report comes out. There's jobs everywhere. You know, everyone's trying to up the minimum wage, this, that, and everything. What are all these people doing? I mean, how do they afford it? I mean, we're having an affordability crisis that the Democrats keep talking about. Well, the crisis is none of these people are working, and it's not because there's no jobs. Okay? I'm sorry. Right. Amazon can't hire enough people. I'm pretty sure that you could show up to a job interview at Amazon drunk as shit, falling over, and they wouldn't let you go for 90 days. And then after the 90 days, they would say, hey, we're not gonna bring you on full time, but you're more than welcome to apply again tomorrow. You know what I mean? Bring you in for another 90 days. I'm telling you, that Uber Eats, bullshit. They're not working because they don't want to work. So,
right.
Which is fine. If you don't want to work, don't work. You know, but that's on you, but don't be out there being a public nuisance, you moron.
So we just keep bombing Iran. It just is happening every night now.
We do. We got to talk about it because they may not be around to talk about here much longer. You know what I mean?
I mean, what's going to be left?
No, really nothing. Nothing. It'd be the Grand Canyon of Iran. You know, and I feel bad. I mean, there are civilians that are getting caught up on this. You know, I mean, maybe I know Trump's a big supporter of surprise, and I get that. But you know what? Maybe Trump should start Babe Ruthing it. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, look, check it out. We're going to take this out. We're on our way right now. Get everybody out of there. I'm serious. Like a demolition. Like, hey, we're on the way. Well,
I don't, but why do they even, I mean, at this point, don't you just assume, hey, they're on the way. Let's go to a part of Iran that doesn't have any of this stuff so that we'll at least live. I mean, you can't think that Trump is not going to bomb you anymore. If you're anywhere near some sort of weapon, anywhere near some sort of oil, I mean, get away from it. because
you know what?
he's bombing.
And I
it.
agree. I agree with that. But also, you got to understand that if you just take some of the people in the United States, you'll understand, right? Like the people who sit in their car after the cop says you need to get out of your car, and they say you can't make me get out of my car. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You're getting out of the fucking car. I'm sorry. It's going to happen. Whether you're right or wrong, whether that cop had the right or didn't have the right. Look, hey, 3 things are going to happen. 1, if you don't get out of that car, they're going to break the window. 2, there is a high probability you're going to get tased. I watch these other videos all the time. I think that the cops are too liberal with the taser. I think they should just break the window and tase you. But that's what we're dealing with here, Dave. They're freaking idiots, all of them. You would think, like you and me, hey, if I'm sitting at home and my neighbor calls me and says, hey, the leader of Iran has launched an air attack on Lodi, I'm leaving. I don't care if it's true or not. I'm just going to the mountains just in case. You can only be wrong about that shit once, right? You can only be wrong one time. It's like putting a big dog with a little dog. The big dog may not hurt the little dog, but you can only be wrong one time, right? Because after that, the little dog's dead, right? So you see what I'm saying? Like there's just no common sense. People are stupid.
But it's even worse. But Christian, it's even worse than that, because your friend that's called you, he's saying, well, and they bombed Stockton 2 nights ago, and they bombed Sacramento last night. So there's credibility. I mean, it's not even like it's a far-fetched thing. Right. The bombs are coming.
Right. It's not like you just made that stuff up. Okay, he's consistently done it. He has consistently done it every time. What you should think today he's lying. Today he's lying. He told the truth for the last 10 years, but today is the day he lied. Yeah, they're just stupid. They're just, I mean, what? I don't get it. I mean, it's like they think that Trump's just going to give in and send him a bunch of money.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Iran, Trump will never send you money. They're never going to do it. He's never going to send you any cash. Yeah. He's going to send you bombs. That's your gift from the United States is bombs, and a lot of them.
So last night you and I were playing on the computers and we're playing with AI, right? I'm working with Chat GPT. You're working with Gemini, I believe.
No, Copilot. I run Copilot because it's so easy.
Copilot.
Yeah, it's so easy.
And so we both asked the question, who's going to win the Senate? Is it going to be run by Republicans or Democrats? And both AI said pretty good chance that the Republicans are going to hold the Senate. So then we both put in, well, what about that House of Representatives? And both AI said, well, we really think that the Democrats are going to take over the House of Representatives. And so, we're both thinking, well, this is not going to happen. What's going on here? So we both type in the same question to them saying, well, what about the redistricting? I thought that changed who was going to win the House of Representatives. And both AI said, oh, yeah, you're right. I think the Republicans are going to win the House of Representatives as well. Right. And yours even tried to change the date.
Mine changed the date. I Copilot, I put that in there and they're like, oh yeah. So the first time I did it, it said as of July 16th, this was what was going to happen. So then I wrote, okay, well, what about the redistricting? And there's like, well, after reconfiguring July 17th, you're right. So in a day, it's like Copilot is a Democrat, right? You're never right about anything. They were always right. You just misunderstood their answer.
It was really kind of dumbfounding for both of us and amazing, because it just shows us again and again that AI perspective is Democrat perspective. Because like you said, for a long time, they're looking back at old articles and predominantly the old articles are pro-Democrat. And so everything they're looking at is pro-Democrat. And then when you actually give them actual facts, they're like, oh, you might be right. And so, You just have to really be careful.
I am right. The redistricting says I'm right. What are you doing?
That's right.
You were right too, Dave.
Right.
I'm not saying me right. I'm just saying in general we were right. You know, it's just I'm telling you, if you ever want to talk to a Democrat without arguing, just fire up an AI bot and start talking politics with it and watch what happens. Watch what you will get so frustrated. Because it's like talking to a wall. Because you know why? Because Democrats are just not all Democrats, just a large majority of 90% of them. They have no common sense. And that's what AI is. AI doesn't have any common sense because it's not common. It's just AI. Right. So there's no common sense there. And a lot of Democrats are like that. See, as American citizens, Gen Xers, you know, we are problem solvers because that's what we did. We didn't have computers. We didn't have Google. We had the Encyclopedia Britannica that your parents just happened to buy from that guy who came by the house. You know what I mean? I mean, you had those and that's how you learn. You know, you went and stuck your finger in a light socket. That's how you got shocked. You flew out of the back of a truck. Maybe you shouldn't ride back there. I mean, there's all these things that we learned because we have common sense. These younger generations, Dave, they have no common sense at all. There is no 1 + 1 = 2. There's just 1 + 1 is whatever answer you give me. So if you say 1 + 1 and the Democratic Party gives them an answer of 3, well, that's the answer. Doesn't matter how they got there. That's the answer. Because common sense, the lack thereof.
With all that being said, though, I was somewhat excited because even according to AI now, it looks like the Senate and the House of Representatives are going to be under the control of Republicans going forward. I know it's early still, but it's looking promising.
Especially if the DOJ gets control of the voter rolls, California, Pennsylvania, Oregon, all these states, they're done. They're done, son. Yep. I mean, these are the facts. They are cheating and they're cheating. And it's not, I don't think that they're actively cheating. I think the system is so ingrained that what they did is they just didn't update it. They just didn't change it. You know what I mean? It's like looking up laws on AI that was programmed in 2016, right? So everything's changed, but when you ask it a question, it refers back to 2016. It's still just a search engine. AI at the end of the day is just a search engine. It's not real. They're not real people. There's not some guy who's on a book looking shit up. Okay. It's researching so if AI's programming stopped, like Copilots stopped in 2024, and then it's been learning on its own since 2024. So if you ask a question, a root question, it goes back to 2024 when it does that. So when it gave us the original things for the voting, it went from statistically what it was said in 2024. And that's why you got to call attention, and you can write reconfigure, put in your own, give you a little help with AI. If you put something in and you disagree with it, put in what you say, reconfigure for the new redistricting. Now, when you've done that, you actually you're teaching the AI. So the AI does that research. Now you've updated that database. So anybody else who looks at it is going to get the right information instead of the wrong information. So you're kind of like teaching a Democrat, which is unheard of, but through AI, you can do it.
Way to turn the story. I like it.
Hey, it's one way. Hey,
that was good.
And that's the thing. Maybe when they start reading it, the Democrats start reading it. Maybe we can make it as frustrating for them as it is for us as Republicans. Because once we get the AI a little bit of common sense, maybe AI will turn for us.
You never know.
Hey,
you never know. We have that to look forward to. So
yeah, hey, AI is the only Democrat you could teach anything. Just remember that.
All right, let's close this thing down. That was fun.
All right.
That was fun.
That was fun. CDP Arms, thank you very much for sponsoring the show. I know that we've been going through, well, we're still going through it with Facebook, but thank you for standing with us, standing by our side and keeping us as a sponsor. And we really, really appreciate it. A lot of this because of you. We appreciate you very much. G-Man, thank you so much for, doing what you do. All the admins, Robert.
Robert.
Go ahead. What's
I'm
his last
Robert.
name, Dave?
Robert's awesome.
Okay, it's Robert. We know you know who you are, bud. Thank you so much. Everybody that's in that room. There's a Rob in there too. And Dean. These are great people. They do what they can. We just rested 36,000 people today. So we're building. That's 36,000 within. We're not even a year into this yet. So, thank you guys very much for your support, and thank you for listening. Remember, we are on Spotify, Amazon, basically all the streaming. We're out there. Just go look us up, like us, save us, and you'll be able to hear us, and we'll come right to your phone. You'll never get away from us. I'm sure. I'm sure. So, but thank you guys very much. God bless you all, and thank you for the support. The views are going back up. Not monetized, but that's okay. And we're still not recommended on Facebook. Twitter's doing better. TikTok, I'm about to move a lot of my stuff to TikTok. I don't like TikTok, but I want to take Gen X Unhinged to TikTok. So I think that there's a little bit more, it's more open and more conducive to what we have to say. So we'll figure it out. YouTube's picking up too. We're on YouTube. So thank you guys all. God bless you all. God bless America, and have a great, great Saturday. You got anything else, Dave?
God bless America. Thanks for listening.
I saved America for you. Now you have to do your part.
Gen X Unhinged. Get your bling now. Looking for quality, performance, and reliability? Look no further than CDP Firearms, LLC. Whether it's customized AR-15 parts, premium optics, or specialized ammunition, we have the gear to upgrade your shooting experience. We pride ourselves on providing top-notch products with expert-friendly service that you can trust. Visit us online at cdpfirearmsllc.com. CDP Firearms. Gen X Unhinged is sponsored by cdpfirearmsllc.com. Gen X Unhinged is a weekly podcast hosted by Christian Cole and David Cole. Join us online at genxunhinged.com, on Facebook at Gen X Unhinged Group, or download on Apple, Spotify, or Amazon Podcast.